Deaf people may have stories to tell the Royal Commission. I'd just like to know, is there a waiting list? And will the Commission book interpreters for deaf people wanting to tell their story?
Yes, the first thing is there are significant waiting lists in terms of between the time people contact the Royal Commission and the holding of the actual private sessions. And at the moment we have a particular strategy to try to ensure that people are processed as quickly as possible. And there are a number of processes in that. One is the initial contact. The second is an officer from the Commission will come back to you to clarify certain matters. And the third thing is the actual private session. At the present time, if you were to contact the Royal Commission today, it is unlikely that you would have a private session before the end of this year. That's simply because the numbers are so great. But we will be introducing new measures next year which will help alleviate that. Now, so far for people that have come forward, that hasn't been a huge problem, provided they can be certain that it will occur and that we keep in contact with them. We weren't very good at keeping in contact with people originally. We are much, much better at that. So people are prepared to wait if there is a sense of certainty and we keep in contact. However, we have made special arrangements for people that are ill, for people that are terminally ill, for people that have special needs, or whose psychological condition is such that they need to have a session earlier. We can always facilitate those arrangements. It's very important. The truth of the matter is there are just very, very, very large numbers, and we're working our way through that. That's important. So the second part of the question was in relation to, sorry, where's the gentleman?
Booking Auslan interpreters.
Yes. A couple of things about interpreters. We're always guided by you about this. At the moment, the Commonwealth Government requires that interpreters are engaged through CRC and the Healthcare Interpreting Service. I understand from various people in the deaf community that there are some concerns in relation to interpreters from different services. I'm fully conscious of the fact that some people would prefer to use their own interpreter or an interpreter that is supplied by another provider. If that is of concern to people and they do not want to use interpreters through CRC or HCIS, they should raise that with us at the point of contact, and we will discuss with you how that could apply. What we probably would not recommend is that the support person that comes with a person to the session, and that's often the case, is the interpreter. They're there to support, not to interpret. And so an independent interpreter is probably a very good idea. But at the moment, we will engage the interpreters. We will pay for the interpreters. I've indicated to you the two organisations through whom we contract interpreters, but we are open to have a discussion with individuals should they wish to use another interpreter or another organisation for that purpose. But we're very keen. I should say we've had a number of people, I've done a number of sessions with people that are hard of hearing, in fact profoundly deaf, who've used lip reading, and that has worked well for them. But for others, they want an interpreter, and that's appropriate, and we will provide that to the best of our ability.